Hello. Probably should center myself a little. That would be a little bit nicer. So, there was a bit of drama, but first is first. Uh, it's me, Chavro Deravid, and actually here with tonight's stream. There were two. There were two. There were two options that were actually coming up. Yeah, and it was either going to be oh, it seems that that was actually changed up, but the options were between a game I wasn't comfortable with and Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. Uh, I had to make an executive decision, and tonight's stream is going to be 40K is going to be a Warhammer 40K. Uh, for the commenter that actually want to do that one, yes, I'm very much aware I posted the thread. I'm abs I'm absolutely I'm absolutely fine with suggestions. However, I did not feel that that suggestion at this time could possibly be a good fit for my channel at the current moment. I am still open to actually doing it on a later date, but considering it's the first week, I am not going to be testing YouTube's censors today. Hopefully you understand. In any case, if you'll give me just a moment. Scratch that 1 second. I know very little about this one, and I may have seen a couple things on Warhammer 40K, but I mostly don't know much about this. Let's see, safe zone. That should be fine. That should be fine. 5. Yeah, that works. I think I'm fine with mine right now. Photosens. Oh, probably should actually keep that on the screen a little bit. It does have a photosensitivity warning. User end user license agreement. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh. Give me just a second. down if this background music is any indicator. Okay. Sound, audio should be fine. Lord Captain, while you venture through the Cronus Expanse, a sinister shadow gathers on the horizon. Soon you'll be able to take a first look at Dark Heresy, add our next CRPG to your wishlist. Ooh. Maybe later. But alright. Oof. Very intriguing. What have we got in difficulties? Yeah, I'm thinking just give me a battle-against experience on that one, and only have access to the main story, so time to purge heretics. Okay. Ooh. Actually, probably should look over some of this information. Before I go choosing characters. Let's see. Custom character. Hecata. Soldier's master of ranged weapons, quickly able to assume adventurous position from where they stand, ready to rain fire on the enemy. While well trained in highly diverse range of arms, a soldier is particularly proficient at blasting their targets with a burst fire and area weapons. Core focus is based on movements, ranged attacks, cover and dodge, burst fire, and area attacks. Keystone features is Run and Gun, Revel and Slaughter, with the ultimate abilities being Firearm Mastery in 2 different variants. I assume that's for burst fire or area attacks. Let's see. This looks like characteristics, and it might be proficiency skills with ballistic skills and agility. And skills of awareness and demolition are proficient. Okay. With the background of Imperial world with military traditions, that gives you the extra ballistic skills and perception. That must be where that's coming from. Okay. Ballistic skill and perception +5. That's not reflected properly. Or maybe it is and it's not. Another ballistic skill and fellowship. Athletics, coercion, fellowship, and athletics. For Asta Militarium commander. Brand of Shame, as the commander-in-chief discusses the military campaign, you were buried in shame. Minus in coercion. And then Feat of Greatness, you will utilize your talents as a commander to achieve great victory over Uno's powers. So again, +2 agility bonus. 2 plus agility bonus divided by 2. To their next attack costs -1 action point, or AP. Less does not account towards an attack limit per turn. Until the end of the turn, the soldiers become winded. While winded, soldier suffers a -10 penalty to ballistic skill and cannot use Run and Gun. Regimental tactics. Okay, let's see. Maybe I would make a different character than this one right here. An operative. What's Darius the operative? Operative uses intelligence perception to find and exploit weaknesses in enemies' defenses. None can withstand an attack from an operative. Core focus is precise single attacks, defense penetration, area debuffs, consistent firing positions. With the keystone features of analyze enemies, expose weaknesses, with the ultimate abilities being dismantling, 2 variants of dismantling attacks, and two dismantling attacks with their second weapon. Okay. Characteristics are intelligence and perception, awareness, or intelligence, perception, tech use, and logic. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Let's see. Death World. On Death Worlds, the
planet. Ugh. On Death Worlds, the plants, beasts, and sometimes even environment itself takes aggressive and destructive forms of. That's imbecile to human life. Forms imbecile to human life. Ugh. Jeez. That fucking word is tripping me up. Whilst exceptionally difficult to colonize, many Death Worlds possess valuable resources that require an outpost or other human presence upon the planet's surface to harvest. These harsh environments result in some of the hardiest and most resilient populations in the galaxy. Those tested and found wanting die young. Let's see, add survival instinct. The characteristic modifiers of increased strength, toughness, and agility, with minus of intelligence and fellowship. Interesting choice, being an operative. The following creatures will be able to after the enjoyments. Let's see. Talents with a brutal hunter, trusty weapons, bounded beasts, lifetime of scars, and tenacity. Okay. Let's see. Crime Lord. The Imperium services and prospects no small part due to the narrowness of its vision, but rebellious minds and such as yours could not be easily constrained. The dark paths of smugglers and renegades that wind behind the facade of the Imperium society offers a dangerous refuge for those unwilling to bow to the law. You used to be one of these dangerous yet resourceful individuals. So you have with the feature of Surefire Plan. Characteristic modifications of higher weapon skills of perception, with skill modifiers of awareness and logic, +5, both +5, and then available in the Origin Advancement, available after Origin Advancement. Okay. Alright. Apex of Brilliance. You managed to corrupt an entire star system, turning it into your personal den of thieves. Ooh. Shadow of Torment. You were arrested and thoroughly interrogated using creative and violent methods. Carouse is down 5, but logic was up 5. Surefire Plan, let's see. At the start of a combat, Crime Lord gains intelligence bonus. If Surefire Plan effects activate, this ability consumes 1 stack and attacks stronger depending on type of action. If Crime Lord attacks, they deal +10 plus perception bonus percentage more damage. That sounds good. If the Crime Lord moves, they gain +10 plus perception bonus, dodge, and parry until the end of their next turn. That's pretty good. If the Crime Lord uses a non-damaging ability on an enemy, that enemy suffers a -10 plus the intelligence bonus percent penalty to damage for 1 round. Can be used multiple times per turn. That's actually pretty cool. That's actually really cool. Analyze enemies. Operative targets 1 enemy within line of sight. The target immediately gains a +1 intelligent bonus divided by 2 exploits. Interesting. Or over 2, or of 2 exploits. Interesting. That's Darius. Bahardor? Bahardor? Is a warrior type. Warrior types are in melee prowess, capable of dealing high damage in close quarters combat and withstanding heavy amounts of damage. They also excel at drawing enemies' attention from less defended allies. Core focus is melee movement and dodge armor and parry. Taunts, soaking damage as well. They have charge, endure, with daring breach for your ultimate abilities. With weapon skills, toughness, carouse, and athletics being the major skills and characteristics. Death World already saw what most of that did. Commissar is completely different, I think. Is Commissar completely different? Yeah, it is. Oh, wrong button. Commissars of the Officio Perfectus are ruthless officers charged with maintaining the morale, discipline, and fighting spirit of their Astra Militarium regiment. Used to be one of those faithful servants of the God Emperor, a living symbol of the imperial authority, regarded with a mix of fear and awe by their subordinates. At all costs, iconic sidearm with ballistic fellowship, coercion, and athletics. Then further on, we'll gain fellowship and coercion with those skills. Illustrious glory. Your name has become a synonym for loyalty and valor, and your visage has adorned many imperial propaganda posters. Coercion is up. Grim portents. The souls of all perished in a brutal offensive still haunt your nightmares and torture your soul, with the awareness being down by 5%. At all costs, Commissar shoots an allied character with a pistol equipped with their primary hand, dealing 100% plus Commissar's coercion plus percentage of weapon damage. This shot ignores armor and deflection and always hits. If the ally is Xenos, this always scores a critical hit. If the ally remains in combat, they gain at all costs effect for one round. If that ally falls unconscious, this effect is instead applied to the Commissar's other allies, except the Commissar themselves. And the cooldown of this ability is reset at the start of the Commissar's next turn. Let's see. Charge, the warrior moves in a straight line and launches a melee attack against any target with the warrior's path. This attack does not count towards the limit of warrior's attacks per turn. There must be at least 2 free cells between the warrior and the target to use charge. I see.
I don't need luck.
We need to investigate.
You know what? I think I'll make a new thing. Ooh. A difficult decision. Really difficult decision. Just kidding. That's it. Alright. Male.
Excellence matters.
We'll pick that one. That seems like there's a scar on there, but I don't know how to... Does that change the portrait? Change because of the portrait? Stupid question. That's a no. Very curious. Let's see. I think I'd add this one. Yeah, I think that'll probably be the most likely one. Okay, let's see. Hair colors. Pretty good character system, I'll be honest. Okay. Oh, that is the scars. Okay. I just didn't see that one. That's insulting. Whoa. Oh, you can have up to 5 on this thing. Okay. Side of the house is not going to actually work. That cybernetic one actually could work really nicely. Ooh. Very nice. Very nice. Perfect. After that one. Lower lips. Whoa. This might actually have to change up this one just to see what the other options are. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Not sure I want that one, but I can respect someone who would. Single chin on the right side. Nose brace. Another section. Ooh. Then a gold leopard jaw. Cheekbones. Upper plate. Ooh. I'm sorry. Who in their right mind would just like change up in the Imperium would actually change up just their nose? Specifically in the Imperium. Oof. A lot of these are quite the commitment. These look like jacking ports. These are on the back, and these ones just the back of the head. Ah, very Matrix. Let's see. If I wanted to keep the beard, best one, beard and hairstyle would probably be something like well, I'm about to sound like a hypocrite. Who in their right mind of the Imperium would actually choose me? Definitely see that getting cut, like clipped later. than that one. That gives survival, instinct, fortune, willpower, intelligence, minus strength, voidborn. Gauge someone due to the reality. Let's see. Forge Worlds give us a forged for a purpose. Gaining armor, locomotion system, agility plus MP, and plus 2 times agility bonus to dodge. Analytics system grants 10 plus intelligence bonus, percent chance for crits. That's pretty cool. Humanities finest on the Imperium world. Imperial world characters can select any characteristic except for weapon skill or ballistic skill. Add 10 to the bonus. It's not bad, actually. Population so dense that the great swaths of the surface of the world are frequently covered in gargantuan cities bejeweled with towering spires that pierce the atmosphere. Maybe I'll do Voidborn. That seems like something, because willpower and intelligence does seem to be. Okay, choosing the origin. Let's see, Astro Militarium, commonly known as the Imperial Guard, is primary fighting force in the Imperium in the first line of defense from the myriad of threats and endanger existence of humanity in the 41st millennium. You have served as one of the commanders of the Astro Militarium Regiment, commanding thousands and winning battles in the name of the God Emperor. Regimental tactics with ballistic skills, fellowship, athletics, coercion. Following features will be available after origin advancements. Pretty cool. Okay, Commissar, War Crime Lord. That gives a surefire plan. Ministerium Priest, Naval Officer, a Noble. Whoa. It's like looking in a mirror. Sanctioned Psyker. Psykers are feared and distrusted, but are nonetheless valuable assets of the Imperium. The role of Adept Astro Telepatha is to recruit, identify, and classify those who possess psychic abilities. The most powerful who somehow survive the rigorous sanctioning rituals selected to serve on the battlefield. The mind of a sanctioned Psyker is steeled against the manifold dangers risked by wielders of warp powers. You're one of those found worthy to serve humanity and have miraculously survived the perils of the warp. Note, damaging Psyker powers count as weapon attacks, counting towards normal attack limit per turn and gaining all the benefits of abilities and talents, increasing the damage of attacks. For example, soldiers using run and gun ability will be able to use damaged Psyker powers twice per turn, and operative analyst abilities affects the damage of the damaging Psyker powers. Ooh. Oh, hang on. There's also outfit settings separate than this. Probably want to show that. Probably not show helmet. Be fine with that one. Show backpack. Sure. Armor on. that's how that's looking. Cool abilities. Let's see. Likely gonna go with Crime Lord. One of my triumphs. More on the Imperium, logic, or another logic. Maybe Lustrous Glory. Then Grim Portents would be minus Persuasion. Carouse would be Shadow of Torment, rather. Brand of Shame turns to Commerce. I think probably Grim Portents. Let's see. Then here's the other things. Okay. If Exemplar is the major 36. Warrior would be Charge and Endure. Officer, Soldier, and Operative. Officer would be Bring It Down, Voice of Command, Willpower and Fellowship. Intelligence Perception. Uses melee prowess. Soldier, burst fire, or aerial weapons. I think whoa. These perk trees are very weird. Assuming these are perk trees. And then it gives you available talents. Available skills. Okay. I think probably Operative. And I have 30 points in order to actually allocate. Okay. Okay, it only goes up in increments of 5. Flexibilities withstand horrors of the warp. maybe pull that down a little bit, and then what's the weapon skill? Probably should increase that. Ballistic skill versus weapon skill. Combat in all forms of close combat. If I choose operative, focus, single text, defense, penetration, debuffs, consistent firing position. Ballistic skill is high. Tech use and logic is likely better. So I guess I should actually. So maybe the weapon skill should be like minimized and then put up ballistics. .45 fellowship. Okay, I think I'm pretty good with that. Oh, and then this is the... I guess this is the ship we're going to be using. Let's see, a sword class frigate. Or a falcon class frigate. I like the look of the sword one. I don't know if that actually... Let's see, fire, high speed, respectable survivability. More advanced and modern design that was developed only 5 centuries ago, but is already proven to be as good as veteran frigates of the sword class. Okay. Estimated dimensions 2.2 kilometers versus 1.6. 0.3 a beam at the fins approximately. Estimated tonnage 6.5 megatons, approximately estimated souls 27k. 26k with 6 megatons. Extra 1,000 for another half megaton. Intriguing. Oh. This is gonna be cruel. Behold. We'll just call him Stuff. No, we won't. We're gonna choose it randomly. There we go. That works. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, we get a new name too. I don't know exactly anything that would actually work in this one. Is that Wilbur back there? Edmund? It's Destiny. Okay, if that's everything, I believe that is it. The upper decks. Initiative determines how quickly a character reacts to dangers and challenges. Yeah, that makes sense. This does seem to be a... If I remember correctly, this one is a turn-based RPG. Or not turn-based, but like tactical. Oh. Curious little bots. Oh. Up, there we are.
An excellent place for contemplation.
Ooh.
One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor sublimity.
Alright, let's see what our options are. Have we met? Do you have a particular reason for disturbing me? All the instructions luxury, this laughable presence, it's enough to make one think that the architect's meant to compensate rather than glorify. You know? That might be my thing. Frankly, such excess can be tiring at times. Truly inspiring sight. Enough illustrious luxury is laughable pretense.
An
Yes.
interesting perspective. However, allow me to offer you a bit of advice. In the interests of your own well-being, you should frame your thoughts with greater piety. Demonstrating such a lack of care when choosing your words might be viewed by certain people as evidence of insufficient trepidation before the God Emperor, the master of humanity.
I merely criticize the talentless architects of this place, nothing more. Prefer to serve by acting, not speaking. Ooh. Quite the few options we could actually choose here. Thank you for your advice. I shall strive to follow in the future. I do not show defense for things I do not believe in myself. You seem to attach much importance to words. While I have fondness for names, I have yet to hear yours. Probably that one.
My apologies. The statements you made were so intriguing that I forgot myself. Allow me to introduce myself.
Highlighted
Conrad
words.
Voigtwerk, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Ooh.
My regards. Naturally, the
Okay.
infamy of your achievements in the shadows of an entire sector
Is
is not
unknown to
unknown to me. Your
enterprise experience.
enterprising spirit and, if you excuse my bluntness, refusal to die are qualities worth saluting. It is as if you were carried here on the wings of destiny itself.
And he smiles faintly but you are not sure it is directed at me.
I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you.
Maybe.
Their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias and carry the burden of an heir of this house.
Ooh.
Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
If you're curious to have a Master of Whispers, what are your responsibilities? Tell me about the one whose ship I have found myself. I assume you had the goal in mind when you decide to seek me out. Let us address it. Or actually, probably like to know about who
Not
Lord
discuss the Lord Captain.
Lord
behind
Captain.
your back.
Very nice.
Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention.
That's fair.
Suffice it to say that Her Ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and
Perhaps
a
we'll
woman
do
of
that.
immense power
Let's do
and
that.
entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have I been brought here?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor.
Perfect.
Your former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium. But from now on, a different fate awaits you.
Interesting.
One chosen for you by the Lord Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as possible.
Also, who's this
That
other
is-
candidate?
And you will meet him soon enough. But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
I would agree.
The Lord's Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Very well. Lead the way.
Stay sharp.
Oh, wow. That's sensitive. Interactable objects. Some objects in game can be introduced with a special way, or interacted with a special way. They are marked with specific icons. Some allow you to study objects. Other will transfer character to neighboring locations. Launch a small event. These icons become visible when your character is standing close enough to the interactable object. You can interact them with A or multiple interactive objects. Switch between them. Some interactives, as doors, chests are not always marked with icons. Move your character closer to the object. If it is highlighted, the object is interactable. Well, you can also bring up the cursor. Or highlighted objects. Use the cursor in objects. This one right here. Press that to highlight objects your character can interact with. Okay. The warp jump was surprisingly uneventful. The one a couple seconds ago, now that was tough. Delirium took a hold of so many, which was up to her old tricks again.
Let's seize the moment.
Couple deck enforcers. Mercenary steward. Have you heard? Apparently the lower decks got a bit of influx of new blood. Oh. Looks to be saving. X is paused. That's interesting. Oh. A noble guest. May his will strengthen with my heart. May my help. May his will strengthen my heart. May my humble deeds be for the benefit of humanity. Candlelit altar, a copy of the 23rd, 40th volume of Lex Imperialis. The Codex is the sacred laws of the Imperium.
Forge ahead.
Noted.
Never linger.
Speaking of, probably should open up this door.
One
Well,
of
well.
the von Valencius trophy rooms.
Ooh.
Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Ooh, don't mind if I yes.
What's happening?
Uh-oh. Oh no.
The servitors have gone berserk!
They've become heretics to the God King. And by God King, I mean God Emperor, because I'm no heretic.
Looks like we have a problem on our hands.
Okay. Let's see. Engaging to start the battle. Moves quite a few things in order to actually move into melee. Oh. Okay. Movement in combat. Turn-based, make a place on a grid. On their turn, can move, attack, and use their abilities. Select a cell with a highlighted. Move the character there. Movement is determined by the bar, I assume. Movement points determine how far the character can move on their turn. MP responds to one cell on the battlefield. Gotcha.
One step ahead.
Ah, I see. Can I? Let's see. Operative targets one enemy within line of sight. That target immediately gains +3 exploits.
They won't expect this.
Operative targets one enemy within line of sight. The target immediately gains 3 exploits.
Let's set this in motion.
All right. There we go. Oh no.
No foe too great. Easy.
Hit chance quick to your character with a decent weapon abuse, then a vantage point. Abilities and talents that improve weapon skill characteristic will help you hit more often in close combat. Noted.
With purpose. Didn't see that one coming, did you?
There we go. Got some 18 damage on him.
As said, so done.
A critical hit just landed a critical hit that deals increased damage to the critical damage stat. Character's critical damage is 150 of their normal damage by default. However, certain talents effects and abilities can increase it. That makes sense. Characters with melee weapons block adjacent enemies' ability to perform with a ranged weapons. Leave it on a day like
Suspiciously
this.
poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks.
Ooh.
If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Yes. Ooh. Alright. Spread out. No one allowed to enter the premises. Stations.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Thank you, sir. It's going out that direction.
Marching ahead.
Wires of the servitor's head are still smoldering, but it would seem the cause of this malfunction was the short circuiting of the motive force. I see. So with us actually looking at it like this, it's fine. I see. Servant, what do you got? Thank you.
Onward to victory.
Cruise officers. Oh, another servitor. You approach something as if servitor body begins to hum. Damn, these things don't last long enough. Approach something and the servitor's body begins to hum in the response to your presence. After a couple of seconds, the noise subsides. Might actually check that as a option. Difficulty, controls, graphic displays. Sounds fine. Accessibility is fine. Graphics. Controls is fine. Difficulty is fine. Bloodstains, gore, autosave, tutorials, controls. And menu theme is fine. Ooh. Okay. Show them in dialogues. Pause on lost focus. Pause when trap is detected. Hidden object is detected. Area is loaded. Auto in turn. Move camera currently acting on the character. Disable action cameras in space combat. Okay, just combat speed settings. They can always be on, off, or applied only with specific inputs. Yeah, probably should do that. Let me accept these changes.
Venture forth.
Let's see. If this is the forward section, would be this direction. There they are.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Ooh.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Let's see. After surveying the room, my first impression with Ithrid, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of a parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Ethelred, Theodora von Vulcanus's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Her head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between the two. Intriguing. Next to the two of them, you see more men. One is a gray-haired officer. It's a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate, and the other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons. Indeed.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
Dry female voice and powerful feeling of being watched force you to look at Theodora, the rogue trader. The rogue trader is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive. Oof.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining.
Okay.
The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices.
Ah.
Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time.
Ooh.
The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
That is a good question. I think I would have to actually close that. Let's see, those spirits could be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify if it would indeed case the population of Ion V engages in Xeno worship. There are ways to confirm whether this is happening on Ion 5 is witchcraft or not. It might cost several psychers to do so, but will give us the answer. If my particular life experiences are any indication, some of the natives would eagerly betray their chieftains in exchange for quiet life serving on board my ship. Ooh. I would then leave dealing with Aeon 5 to those who know best. These reports of spirits certainly would sound like evidence of heresy. However, I would put my interest first. No matter what means I would have to use, the riches of Aeon 5 would be mine. Must be purged for the good of the Imperium. I shall exterminate the heretical beliefs and otherworldly powers that rule the native apostates. Perhaps those. Let's see.
Pharaoh,
Yes.
but presumptuous.
Presumptuous.
It took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me well for many years. Yet you speak of several.
Sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne. Or do you suggest that we use heretics, who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants.
We're both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become any one of our status to engage in petty feuds? If find your tone most disagreeable, Ethelred. Delthred. Apparently is how that actually is pronounced. What the fuck? You will kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you will live to regret these consequences.
Well, I find your company disagreeable, and yet I'm forced to endure such.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Etheldred bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without sparing you another look. Curious.
So, why are you here?
Was it not you sent for me? There are questions that I wish to be answered. I hope you clarify that.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity.
Ooh, tell me more.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris.
I know about half of that.
I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
All I say is, praise to the God Emperor.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing.
Ooh.
And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Doesn't that mean there are other heirs?
pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
That's fair.
Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Conrad Voigtveer served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Curious. Very curious. Something comes to life.
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Incident took place on the officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk to attack the crew. Where is your ship headed? What are my current responsibilities? Probably
Observe,
best.
learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Ethelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Very well. Are there any ways I can actually prove myself?
By not asking questions of this sort. I have no need for sycophants. I will draw my conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. As for when you will be granted that opportunity, only the God Emperor knows.
Fair.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors.
Fair.
This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
What's our course, Captain?
The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
Well, hopefully I can live up to
I
that.
set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time. In that case, I shall head to...
Oh. Oh no.
Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Well, we're about to get raided. What? Oh. Oh, shoot. I was mere seconds away, and we're about to get blasted. These look like heretics.
You'll regret standing against me.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
All combatants act in turns, and their order determined by the initiative roll. Order of turns is displayed on the left side of the screen. Yeah. Hi, Mort. How you doing? Burn in holy fire.
Out of my way! Death to non-believers!
Oh, got some sections of cover as well.
I know what to do. They won't expect this done and done.
Ooh, 14. Nice.
Let's set this in motion.
We've got a bit of a problem with these three left. Oh well.
Death to the weak!
Oh, that was a dodge. Flame. Oh, rifle.
Hides me!
And a dodge. Ooh, nice.
I took care of this one. Reduced to dust.
Nice.
My faith strengthens me.
How are you doing, Mort? Jeez. Positively effect from an ally. Such effects enhance your character's abilities in combat in some way. We'll have to activate the initiative tracker. Select the carrying that and press X in the character information window. Ah, I see my ballistic skill's been increased. Stub revolver.
I know what to do.
Got the other guy.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Well, if there was ever going to be a point where I was child-friendly, that went up the line. Right there.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
Meanwhile, what is happening?
The casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications.
From what we have seen, I can
There we go.
speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel.
Potentially.
Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom spill onto other decks.
Very odd, but these ones were heretics. Definitely didn't look like any of our officers, though.
The casters are not working. is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications.
I think the latter.
I will need a direct channel to the engine seer Prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them.
Indeed.
Trust me, this is hardly surprising for a crew of thousands. The lower decks are a fertile environment for discontent and heresy, no matter how one tries to incinerate any seed before it can take root. All it takes is a hint of war influence to cloud the minds of normally obedient cattle.
That is a fair assessment.
Sporadic riots on the lower decks never reach these compartments. No, the tumults of the rabble are always contained within their own territory. This is too well organized. It is spreading too rapidly.
Rampage the servitors may be connected with transporting there.
Possibly. Quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation.
And what are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Very well. Let's see.
Let's seize the moment.
Doesn't seem like that. Go around this section right here. Damn, this ship is massive. Riddled with heretics' bodies riddled with holes. It's a cursed traitor shot from black range. This way. Okay. Got something further on. Oh, it just got shot in the back. Oh, more people. More of our guys.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along?
Huh?
We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
That is valid.
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures.
Fair.
The communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Mutiny against the Emperor's appointed. Execute the trick. Yeah, that'd probably be a pretty good one. Must provide immediate assistance to those still on the middle decks, perhaps, so that we might stop this wave from spreading. This is indeed a severe case of warp madness. The situation is dire.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once.
Ooh, flashing ominously. I wonder.
Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psycho officer aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
That is a very good point.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
What's so special about Transitional Deck 18?
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
Indeed. So anyways, I started blasting.
If I may, Lord Captain.
Oh, let me blast.
Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Oh.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? Then move out! Mort, come.
Only because you asked so nicely. So we moved.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Oh no, oh no, I have been hit with pain. And knocked out. Destiny is it is time to fulfill it. What are we doing? What kind of heresy? What heresy, indeed. Oh. And I will. Ow. Don't kick me there.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself.
Oh dear.
We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber.
Oh?
This void ship's most hallowed vault.
Why have you brought us to the
Beyond
vault?
those gates lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power.
Sacred
The
warrant of
sacred
trade?
Warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
I would ask why you're doing this.
happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my masters sent me for. The warrant of trade.
Take it that your blood is not exactly thick enough.
On the contrary, the warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
With a succeeded coercion. What sorry pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy? You sordid wretched piece of rock shit.
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness, Theodorus Kerr? Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Oh dear.
Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
The blue flashes a dim light. Drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous. Your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, placing them with a singular urge: go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. And I fight it. The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence forcing you on your feet and making you take a step towards the gates looming in the center of the chamber. Good. Oh no, I cannot do anything. Well. Choose this character for this action with 100% chance. Tech use. Look back. Look back for anything that could be use as a weapon. In the gateway arch, you see a cognitor with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor and obedient automaton created by a lobotomized human being. The sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Looking back, look around in hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon. You search in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty in perfect working condition. Nary a broken panel or protruding piece of thing in sight.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
Use the device. Tick, you succeeded. Carefully inspect the design of the gate cognitor and immediately catches your eye as a strange alloy they used as a material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. Suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic, like gaining experience. Servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screening and groaning of metal, it leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that gleam in the dim light. The vivid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding a sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Victor wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Examining the sentinel, the servitor looks noticeably different from the ones you are used to. Its skin covering is stitched together with copper thread, and it has its metal hinges placed in place of the standard joints. It seems that the creators of the Sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of this unit would be much longer than any of ordinary automatons. Oh. Placing my hand in the jaws, clamp around the hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops of fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps stir into motion. The vid screen of the cogitator flicks. Several long minutes pass, the sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, it could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of it's ever happened.
High levels of corticometer. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
I suppose this is one of the concepts of the warp majesty warned me about.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Oh no. The defense protocol. Oh no. Oh no, the heretics have been burned.
There is still another way.
Okay, check the warrant chamber.
Stay sharp.
Let it be known that by the will and the truth world was documented, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade, and bestow upon them the dynasty of freedom, to be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely into darkness united, to triumph over nightmares untold, and boldly reigns of fate, to walk steadily on the road of thorns.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
Madness is happening here. Who are you? Who addresses me? Or I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora. I need a weapon. I'm utterly defenseless.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Voxcast
I
frequency
need to cast the
disrupted. Initiating setup.
establishing
Connection.
Vox faster! Restore communication with the navigator's sanctum! I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once! I repeat,
regroup all available forces.
and head...
Upper deck, probably to the upper deck still.
Communication protocols brief.
Signal latency
latency
assessment
assessment
unavailable.
unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Okay, so then what is happening? Who are you and who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
Very well.
Middle and
Lead me
upper
away.
decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Very well. By the right of blood is the quest. As the game story unfolds, we will see notifications at the top of the screen indicating the status of your current objective has been updated and new information has been added to your journal. You can now open the journal from the quick access, hold right trigger, use the D-pad or the left to select journal, then release right trigger. Journal entries keep you track of current events, guide your character on your journey. Okay.
Marching ahead.
I guess we just follow this thing. Fight selflessly, lower not the bloodied harms of the last foe humankind slain. still red hot from the gunfire. The engines of death froze as they finished the heretics. Let's see. Not a proper way to out that way. Be around the corner, looks like.
Onward to victory.
Be this way? No. Maybe not seal the warrant chamber yet. Upon them, the dynasty and a great mission. Is it this way? No. Skull, where are you leading me? There is.
Forge ahead. Never linger.
Oh, sealing order chamber. I guess that makes sense. Oh, ship just took some damage. Oh, more heretics looks like.
Run, fools, or fall!
Oh. Ooh. Who are you, my savior?
Master,
Abelard.
whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber?
How did you surface the carnage around him?
Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Baltigar's a traitor. When we parted ways, on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of the plan. He's clearly said it won't.
Oh, holy God, Emperor. I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. Bandmaster, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Only admitted that he is the mastermind behind the mutiny. Why don't we leave matters of etiquette for another time? So it would seem, but he is not here, and we have many of a mutiny to end. For a mere sentinel, seneschal, you're asking too many questions.
Absolutely. With the Lord Captain's permission, I shall give you an hour-long lecture on how making use of proper addresses corresponds to showing due faith in the God Emperor's anointed.
For now, however.
We have more pressing matters on our hands.
Indeed.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
I'm sorry, I got a fucking what? I get an op? While fighting, character lose some of their wounds. Character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Krunrad. This happens when the character receives damage exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds within 1 round. The exact percentage of wounds a character must lose for this to happen may vary depending on the difficulty. Injuries reduce this character's resolve. When a character initially suffers an injury, considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once 3 rounds have passed, fresh injury becomes old injury. Fresh injury can be healed using a medkit without passing any skill checks. Old injuries can be healed with a medkit, but they require the character administering treatment to pass a Medicae skill check to proceed. Use medkits to restore wounds and heal injuries. Note that when the character loses all their wounds, they fall unconscious. Yeah, standard TTRPG stuff. Once the combat is over, the wounds of all party members are replenished automatically, but injuries may have sustained or remained. Those can be healed with a medkit. Medkits can only be used by characters who have field medic feature. Medkits can only be used with a field medic feature. Interesting. Base skill Medicae, or have taken Medicae skill advancement at least once. Whenever a character uses a Medicae in battle, Medicae skill test determines the number of wounds that will be restored. That makes sense. An Abelard can actually heal the injured.
All souls cry out for.
I'm at your service. What
I forge my own success. Venture forth.
Throne's grace, where are you going? Until we bandage your wounds and you take up... Throne's grace, where are you going? Until we bandage your wounds and you take up arms, I, with all due respect to the heir of Lady Theodora, will not let you out the door.
Stay sharp. Every moment.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes you are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further. We are the spearhead of the Imperium. You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further. You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further. This wound will make a fine scar. That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt.
Indeed.
But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance.
You don't say.
The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there.
Oh no.
But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the Navigator's Sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive. Lady Theodorus. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
What exactly is wrong with the translation?
I am no helmsman. Oh, God Emperor preserve me, Navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps the Navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak. If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the war. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet. Come.
Times loyal sons and
Loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not
This is
message
good.
exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved.
uh-oh, we got more heretics. 6.
The Emperor is with us.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Okay, we need cover. That's not going to work for cover. Half cover could actually work here. We need something on that side. Oh. Getting some real lag spikes here.
I serve the ruinous palace.
All right.
Guides me.
Melee units seem to be moving in. Abilities character of the archetype. You can say the available abilities are located at the bottom of the screen. Yeah.
Forward. Sounds done.
Ooh. Did I? Nice.
Easy.
And that turn. Oh. And the cut through taking 3 damage. Your new companion is a warrior. Abelard specializes in melee combat and drawing the enemy's attacks. use the charge in order to actually do that.
It will be done. What's your target?
Attack of opportunity.
I will do my reduce to dust.
Okay, that's everything. Alright, now we have 2 movements. Ow. Blasted me twice. Careful, companions can get hurt by burst attacks or area attacks. Avoid friendly fire, keep an eye on the trajectory of the shots and affect area attacks.
I know what to do. Done and done.
Victory is imminent.
Let's set this in motion.
Alright, moving here, take a shot.
Mistake.
Advance the level of your characters and companions, prevailing battles, explore Corona's expanse, and completing quests by gains you experience points. Once you've accumulated enough experience, your character gains new level. Hold right trigger to left to do the level up icon. Then release it to open up on the level screen. Okay. Okay, so we do actually need it. Reputation, maybe? No. Biography. Ah, there we go. Select the archetype details. the agility. Agility's 30. Showing the tooltip. Coercion's fellowship, agility, intelligence, toughness, and strength. His higher skills are 40, 30, 30, 60. 60 would be Karuz. Represents ability to traverse difficult terrain. Karuz. Okay. That is kind of weird for a level up's features, but you know. Okay, be 50. If I do that one, it would be 55. Be 60, 60, 60, 55 for Loran Xenos. Medicaid would be 30, but I think which one is a higher logic or tech use? That's I guess it's the same one. Perception, also technically. Okay. There we go.
Let's seize the moment.
Yay, we can collect loot.
A sword. A sword! Primitive swords versus las pistol. Sure. Alright, once we head to the Navigator Sanctum, it should be easier to navigate through here. Oh, jeez.
I hear it here on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Oh dear.
Master, watch your head.
Oh,
Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself.
shriek they sing.
Shriek, they
Oh,
sing,
oh.
they...
How they sing.
Oh, Abela.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius.
Ah, I see.
Idira,
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate to die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn,
and in the roaring blaze I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
I believe I have one, but that's only because of game design. Because they would not kill us in a tutorial. The entity in your consciousness shrieks and crawls deeper. Its claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from a seer standing before you. What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went
Yes, they
after
did.
the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
Oh no.
What? You don't mean the engine seer prime is...
Said,
Yeah.
without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we save the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Quite curious. Down.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once.
Officer's deck I.
Gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a...
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well.
Oh.
Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelstrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Are you sure about that?
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
Oh no. No.
Pretty sure we should, though.
Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
Oh no.
But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe
Right.
one who's crippled or at death's door,
Uh-oh.
but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Indeed. Party controls. Idra has joined your party, which now consists of several characters. Character selection menus use press and hold the left trigger while moving all party members. Follow your character selected. If you wish to move only one character, leave a member somewhere, you can do that to unlink them, I imagine?
Duty beckons.
Yeah.
Onward to victory.
One piece of debris, the almost fatal. Uh-oh. Draw strength in the unwavering faith, courage and fulfilling final duty. Weakness before his enemies is heresy.
Your doom has been foretold.
Come to chaos!
hologram. You can use a hologram to gauge the effectiveness of your intended actions in combat before taking them. Definitely want to do that one.
Now it's done.
Nice. That's how you do it. Okay. One enemy creature, limited range. Operative.
They won't expect this. Out of my way.
Can I fall back now?
Uh-oh. Alright, Idra's abilities. Psyker and an operative. As an operative, she can study her opponents and identify their weaknesses, and her Psyker abilities allow her to deal damage to them. We can analyze enemies as an operative ability. Psychic powers against enemies.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
On it. Not this Greyer's job.
At your beck and call. Up you attack.
Navy officer grants you a braced effect. -5 cell radius, and the effect lasts for 1 round. You also get a plus charge for this ability at the start of combat.
It will be done.
And done.
Nice. Creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with the throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the 2 dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the 2 ordinary eyes as well, as the third one slits in the center of the forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Wounded. Exhausted.
Indeed.
Fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, possessed him. Go by the silent cries in your head, the unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the members succumb to the paroxysms of corruption. Watch as the wonders. Navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eye has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with blood coming out of his nose, and then purplish swelling around the eye. Ugh. I think I don't visualize that.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength.
The words come out
I
as
can
foxes
contain
rattle.
the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Good point. Navigator does not give a response. Black tears mixed with blood streaming around under the closed eyelids. The fox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter.
Marching ahead.
Interesting. So then we go this way. We'll have to go back out the other direction. And then out this direction, probably. Okay, maybe not. There's another way.
Venture forth.
Navigator Sanctum is the private haven of this one right here. No, I guess not. Void skill. What do you have for me? Nothing. Okay. Service call from the War Chamber. I got this one here. Officer's deck, Nefka Sanctum. Check, 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 check. Makes the meeting. Air is alive. I'm doing this right here. The officer's deck.
Let's see this through.
Does it appear on the map? Okay. There we go, to the officer's deck. as it turns out, we've got not much here. Damn. Much better. Okay. Go. Oh no. More agents. Damn it. Well. No. No. More heretics. Oh, bye, heretic.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these
Shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
Oh,
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
ooh. Oh, hello?
Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The
Indeed.
eyes of comrades ignite with the arch-enemy's hunger.
Oh no.
I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed master of whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation. So I suggest we all do just that.
I am no traitor, sister. You can be sure of that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Praise democracy. There's a warrior of the Everdores, Stratus, Zoritus, Bard of the Rogue Trader Ship. Who to serve the
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Indeed.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
What's happening to the officers on deck?
My lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
Ooh. That's impressive. Must go to the main hall of the deck. Who are these people? Ah, to the main
Through
hall.
this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
That is a fair and noble goal.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Good to hear it. Sister?
All right.
Ready. May terror's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
And may the enemies burn with holy hell flame.
Let's seize
goods. Loot. Loot. Ooh, equipping weapons. Ooh, dodge reduction. Okay.
Stay sharp.
Oh, more goods. Explosion blasted a hole through the door, large enough for pressure to get through. Ugh. Must be a way to open it.
The whispers are getting louder. Let the blood flow!
Okay. Arjuna's abilities with burst ranged.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! I'll do it. Faith without deeds eradicated.
Chaos guides me.
Oh no.
Faith shields me.
I serve
My faith is my shield. He parried it. Ooh, it risk. Full partial coverage gives the opportunity to avoid enemy attacks. Full cover indicated by this one reduces the chance to be hit by 60%. Partial is only 35. Okay. Guess we'll do that.
Easy. I know what to do.
But of course.
Oh, looks like we have more incoming.
Was that you? Or
Chaos guides me.
Yet still standing.
Out of my way.
They are really trying to take me out. How about when it comes down to the tactics?
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Someone else can do this. At your beck and call.
There we go. I think.
Victory is imminent.
I think he has absolutely no idea.
Rejoice in battle!
Oh no.
I'll do it.
Uh-oh.
I'm enraged.
Let's see if we take this one. Oh, it's just out of range. Never mind.
Said, so done. I know what to do. Let's set this in motion.
Okay.
What is this foreboding?
Uh-oh.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Death to non-believers!
Oh, he missed.
Pain cleanses the body.
I will do like you. It will be done.
Ow. They took my hand. Damn.
Faith without deep strike is a prayer.
I said so done.
That was a leg spike.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
Will do. Be gone.
Marching ahead.
Should I divine on
Look no
Onward to victory.
Ooh. Logic to open the door.
My actions speak louder than words.
Which character is about to make a logic skill test? In dialogue and during the exploration, we'll often find various skill checks. Success of 100. Each skill has a difficulty up to 100, including a negative values. To succeed, you must roll an equal or less than sum both of the stated of the difficulty and the value of skill used for the test. For example, you are attempting a test with a difficulty of -10. Your character logic skill is 40. 40 minus 10 equals 30. Therefore, to succeed the logic skill test, you must roll a 30 or less. Any result above a 30 will mean failure. Note that difficulty is calculated from the greater to lower values. The greater the difficulty value, the easier it is to pass the test. It is easier to succeed in a difficulty 40 test than a difficulty 10 test. It is higher on a character's skill core, easier for them to succeed on tests. Skill scores depend on the character's perspective or respective characteristic scores, skills, enhancements, and level ups, and every bonuses character's equipment might offer. To succeed various tests during gameplay, develop different skills for your characters and their companions.
Venture forth.
Ooh, more goods. Even more goods. Ooh, gloves and melter cartridges. Ooh, very nice. Ooh, goods. Ooh,
Let's see this through.
there's some goods in this area, it looks like.
Every moment a
How may I serve the dynasty?
It's about the same. Eliminating flimsy obstacles. Machine right set. The Peacekeeper of any technology provides an additional opportunity to call out machine spirit and interact with the device. An expendable item. Hmm. Interesting.
forge ahead. Never linger.
Did you want something?
They say I have a magnetic personality. That certainly explains why I
Von
keep
Button's
attracting
void
trouble.
ship sits on the pedestal. Such destruction, terrible. It's just terrible. Cozy seating area is completely destroyed. The Emperor protects. Ooh, goods. Synth leather, ready guns. What's we down?
Now that's interesting.
Ooh, cabinet.
Let's seize the moment.
The trophies are packed as cargo.
The Emperor favors me today.
Short power supply.
Always striving for greatness.
The room has been recaptured. Why is it not?
Onward to victory. All souls cry out for salvation.
Look now.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
There we go.
Never doubt me. The Emperor said yes.
Every moment a chance for greatness.
Oh. Let's see, we'll close that. next level up. Expose weakness. Alright. Endure. And she gains expose weakness as well. Revel in the slaughter. Interesting. Okay. The breaches that even the conquered are torn from power placed and stacked in a rough semblance of a barricade. Oh. Another section of goods. Probably be fine with those ones. Following Stille has blocked the path. Must look for another way.
Now that was easy.
Then we look over this one. Another. Let's see. Go for the end. Outfit settings. Do not show helmets. There we go.
Let's see this through.
Oh no! Oh, oh no! Uh-oh. We got a flame. Can't see a thing. Cough, cough. Wow, she just went through here. You instinctively go from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the flaming fire. Surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, you can distinctly hear sound of footsteps, and then you see a figure walking the fire. Terrifying for someone whose body is engulfed in inferno. One of her hands resting on the hilt of a power sword, the other raised in an invading gesture.
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
Pain is but a reflection of one's weakness.
Uh-oh, that's not her.
Weakness of spirit in pursuit of greatness is the only path to heights worthy of a rogue trader. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain,
Oh no.
give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies.
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna do that. Wrath begins to salivate each word the artist speaks in music to your ears. Each figure that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. An answer can be nothing other than acceptance.
Do not listen to this abomination. If you
Indeed.
There is naught but his light in your heart. If you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Dark flames, you hear distant sounds, frightened voices scream, muffled.
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel.
Buckles and she
What are we waiting for?
This is a tough decision. Dogmatic, walk through the fire. The Emperor will guide us in righteousness. Conquest, get people out of the bridge. I will not leave my people behind. The bridge, I will not leave my people with heart's way. He says, offer help, take my pain away, and give me power. Walk through the fire. The Emperor will guide the righteous on their path. The red blood conclusion. Bridge of the lower deck is impassable. An alternative way to the red. Look away, the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn. Voices of people beyond the shrub look longer hopeful. Once you become a companion. Once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors in the determination, you completely forget about Theodora. When you turn your head, you see nothing but the billowing fire. Fall back.
Venture forth.
Where did go? The thing that was
Part of this fire. Could have sworn.
could have sworn. To the I better myself through my service.
Oh dear. The bridge over the lower deck is impassable. An alternative way to the rendezvous point must be found. Here we are.
Too late! We are too late! Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even...
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak. Without us.
Oh. Got people.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
Fair enough.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling.
Indeed.
The Lord Captain's voxcasts.
Yep.
They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Maud headed for earlier.
I would agree about that for now.
Let's seize the moment.
That are lit. Ooh. Seize the moment and
This
stay in it.
plant was a worthwhile investment.
That or meet the business end of a bayonet.
Keep your guard up.
Purple and goods. What do we got? Let's see. Ooh. Promethium. So, Adamantine hilt guards and reinforced thermoplasts. I'll take those, sure. That door goes out that way. More goods. Plasma conduits blazed with energy capable of powering a fast void chip. Oh. Can't go through these doors. That means we have to go through the quarters. To the Lord Captain's quarters. %, loaded. Blah, 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 blah. Activating. Oh. What do we got here? By the right of blood. Search the secret lift. Find Theodora. Find Theodora. Oh dear. Oh, she is dead. She is not long for this world.
Marching ahead.
Sprawled over a large, blood-drenched desk. Archmilitan's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads. Rest in peace.
Accept thy faithful souls. No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere. It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
Something supernatural, maybe.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Ooh. That's gonna be an intriguing one, but we should probably check Theodora's first. Closer to body, the cause of death is apparent. Rogue trader's life is ended by an auto pistol. Extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's fate bears an expression of surprise, last emotions he experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye. The blood-spattered parchment and scrolls must have fallen off the desk. She leaned down for a closer look and noticed something else. Shards of glass shattered on the floor. See the killer through her eyes. See the Archmilitan's body. Inspect the shards by the desk. Difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor, and as much as you can discern. Upon closer examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, if they had been submerged in promethium. Inspect these papers. Reports and account dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon documents that's starkly different from the rest. It is handwritten letters signed with the initial XC, and the seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. Handwritten letter with a seal. Lord and Premier test, and sends a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter addressed to Theodora, signed in with the seal one of the Holy Ordos of the Emperor's Inquisition. The Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of humanity. Oof. Checking the Milton's body now. A pistol shot straight through Mort's forehead. Wow. Really accurate. Spraying the floor with the furniture around with blood and gray matter. Shards of his skull safely on the Arch Milton's weapon is off. Killer must have been split second quicker than he.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
What do the shards say?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces.
Oh.
Drawing closer. Lady Theodora. And Conrad. And what is that? Ah! Something dark. Enormous.
You don't say.
This glass thing was something foul. That's for sure.
Huh.
Tainted witchcraft.
You can't tell if these remarks directed at the glass shards or to herself.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more. No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And
Let's see this through.
Inventory. Ooh, a cape. A sword. You know what? I'll do that. That actually looks sick.
Forge ahead, never linger.
Ooh, dogmatic follower. This helmet grants the wearer immunity to enemy critical hits for the first 3 rounds of combat.
Suffer not the heretic to live! All of you will bleed!
Alright, until the warrior's next turn, they gain +2 deflection, +10 temporary wounds.
At your beck and call, reduced to dust.
Perfect. Braced effect.
Indeed.
abilities and features. Okay. Initiative panel on the left and target this one. Character information, the window, this one right here.
Guided by faith.
Ooh.
I'll do it. I know what is to come. Farewell. Anything else? Was that you? Or
Ow. Good thing it took only a little bit. Oh.
Death to the weak.
No damage.
Chaos guides me.
Victory is imminent. One fewer target.
Ooh, perfect.
At your beck and call.
Easy. That is how it's done.
Nice.
doubt is for the weak. I refuse.
Damn.
Mocking me.
Uh-oh. You did 0 damage.
Suffered worse. I will do my duty. Reduced to dust. I'm not interested. It will be done.
Let's set this in motion.
I'll do it.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. What is this foreboding? Will do. Anything else?
Onward to victory.
I'm at your
I forge my own success.
Ooh. Disarming attack and then operative triggers an exploit on an enemy. The operative gains +1 damage and 2% armor penetration until the end of combat. Fresh target. Operative enemy. The full wounds deals 40% more damage. Instant exposure. Exposure weakness. Information on exposure weakness. Okay. Oh, actually, hold on. That's the ability we already have, and that's to expose weakness being 0 action points. That's pretty good. Ballistic calculations. If the operative attacked a target affected by an exploit from a distance of 11 cells or farther, while operative's perception bonus is 10 or higher, they gain +1 AP and ignore enemies' deflection. I'll take that. Alright. He takes Daring Breach. Epicenter of Slaughter. Whenever the attacked, gain +1 stack of Epicenter of Slaughter until the end of combat. At the start of their turn, warrior gains +1 temporary wound for each stack. These temporary wounds do not. These wounds do not do that. Critical damage is increased by for enemies not armed with a melee weapon. Thick Skin. Warrior gains deflection, parry, chance increased by 25% with the total armor. Blade Flurry. Each slash increases the damage dealt by slash by 1 until the end of the combat. Prerequisites requires Breakthrough. Clenched Teeth. 5 damage deflection against the first attack made by every enemy this combat. Area attack deals 3 additional damage for every time for each enemy in the area of effect. Actually, that'd be really good. Dismantling attack. Tide of Excellence. Weak body, weak soul. Expose weakness also reduces enemies' toughness and willpower by 9 for 1 round. That's actually pretty good. Alright, let's see. Firearm Mastery is the only one that we can get with this one. Basically, whenever a soldier deals damage, their critical damage increased by 1%. Increased by 1% until the end of combat. Rack and Ruin. After a soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies, the soldier gains 18% more damage for their next attack in the current combat. For someone using burst attacks, yeah. Hold 1 second. Oh, okay. I'm back.
Stay sharp.
Must have gotten everything around here. The Void Ship Bridge. We must head there. Oh, jeez.
The first sacrifice opens the eye.
Oh no.
The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Uh-oh. Did you guys mess up?
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue trader. God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead.
Unfortunately.
The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second.
Oh no.
The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end.
It does
We
feel
will
like it.
perish in the warp, along with the warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
Not necessarily.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Yeah, Yes, I believe we should focus on the hope.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
You can see Conrad clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade is holding a stain with dark drops that seem to have pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
Arthur bites his knuckle, desperately thinking. You see a wave ripple across the white of Eldred's eyes, and they begin to turn a sickly yellow. Loki depicts the rogue trader's death will be avenged to Eldred. It complicates things to the party. Ready your weapons. We are to die today. Let us die with honor.
No. To die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. No. It will not be like this. Not today. The ritual will not be completed.
I'll take care of it, and
I'll
you...
take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Oh no. What are you about to do?
Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches toward his death.
Well, so long as you don't mention the name of Odysseus, the Cyclops won't tell Poseidon.
Dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Oh no. Oh. That's a thing. And that's our boss.
Proven solution. Consider that off limits. I know what to do. I won't do that.
One step ahead.
They won't expect this.
Oh no, the bolters.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
dismantling attack. Operative immediately inflicts one exploit on each enemy in combat and makes a free attack against the target. Can use this in ranged weapons and melee.
I define the outcome.
Oh.
Nothing.
Oh dear.
Not my area of expertise. Easy. Let's set this in motion. As said, so done.
Pain and beauty go hand in hand.
Won't stop me.
My fate shields me. No can do.
Oh
Just a
dear.
minor setback.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
On it. Was that you? Or
Not my worst day. Yet. Oh, field medicine at its finest. Get to the heretic. Follow my lead.
I serve the ruinous powers!
I defy you.
she did always want to be a martyr. Will do. But of course.
Damn.
I'd rather not.
Uh-oh. Thank you for parrying him, but not that second attack. I get that.
Abelard. At your beck and call. It will be done. That's not the Seneschal's job. I'm not interested.
They won't expect this.
Easy.
Time to prove my mettle.
Avalon, not you.
Uh-oh.
They will pay for this.
Weapon at the ready.
This can't be happening. Set, so done. I know what to do.
Uh-oh.
Merciful respite.
No. That is unfortunate. Whew. For some reason, I'm actually getting tired right now. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut it, I think. Well, thank you for enjoying. My next stream is actually going to be on Saturday. Gonna be starting at 11 PST. As for now, I'm Sivir David. Till I see you next time.